to Good Food with Goodson Pecans. My name is Drew Goodson.
And I'm David Goodson.
And we have our special guest star, Mimi Goodson, right here with us.
Goodson.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
my mom, Drew's grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
the originator of our Mimi's sugar pecans. And so we're excited to have her on. Any chance we get to have Mimi on is always a real treat. So what are we making today, Mimi?
We are making a Georgia-grown pecan cobbler.
Yes. So this recipe is not a Mimi original, but a very good friend of ours, Chef Holly, who works with the Department of Ag in Georgia Grown, here in Georgia, made this recipe. And Chef Holly is her name. Chef Holly, if you're watching this, we love you and are so grateful for your support and encouragement along the way with all the commodities. One of the special things that Georgia Grown gets to do is to help all the different commodities in the state just flourish. And she is a gem and has just really been able to take a lot of the different commodities like pecans and figure out how to use them in different unique ways, creating some great recipes, and then showcase them and just encourages people to find different ways to use them. So this is Chef Holly's pecan cobbler recipe, and we're really grateful to be able to do in this recipe today. So we're going to be using our pecans, Georgia grown Goodson pecans, but we want to start out with this recipe, with this pecan cobbler, with a butter. You're going to get 6 tablespoons of butter and put it in a 9x13 casserole dish. That's what we've got today. And so you can see here everything that we've got. And then you want to just take 2 cups of pecans. It's been melted in the oven. You've got 2 cups of pecans. We use pieces. You can use halves. It's just your preference. But we're going to take those and add them in to this. And then we want to just stir these around just a little bit.
Smoothing it out.
Yep. Kind of get them coated with the butter. And then we're going to make our topping here in just a moment. But this is a delicious recipe. Mimi, you've actually made this recipe for some guests you had
I
over.
have.
It was a big hit.
It was. It's delicious. Of course, anything with Goodson pecans is delicious.
Oh, don't you know? You're not biased.
No.
Not
At all. All right, we're going to move this over, and while that's sitting there, Drew's going to help us with our ingredients for the batter that's going to go over these pecans and butter. And so with this, we want to add in, we're going to add in 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. Be careful because that'll fly up everywhere, Drew.
Yeah.
Good job. And then you want to use 1.5 cups of
sugar.
your just granulated sugar. And then we're going to use, what's next is going to be 2/3 a cup milk in there.
That right here.
Yep. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract right there. And then we have got a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. You're going to be using a whole teaspoon of cinnamon for this recipe, but you're going to split it up. So it's a half a teaspoon in this part. You're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon in our next step. So we're going to take this and blend all these ingredients together. You do not want it, Mimi.
Over blend.
That's right.
And do you know you stir the same way all the time?
Well, thank you, Mimi. I didn't know that, but
Just
wisdom
yeah.
from Mimi.
Exactly, because you're.
That's what
you're
today's all
eating
about.
on purpose.
That's right. Now, why don't you want to overstir?
Because it will be too gooey.
And I am not listening to what you just said. So we're having fun today, though. I've got flour everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It looks like it might be about ready, because you just want it crumbly.
You want it crumbly in there,
Yes.
hence the don't over mix.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to just take this and pour this batter
Be careful, just do a
little bit in.
do clumps along.
Okay. So kind of like that.
That's good.
All right. Thanks, Mimi.
It will cook out evenly.
Is that looking okay? Are you impressed
I'm very
that I know how to do this?
I'm very impressed. Of course, you've always been a cook.
I
And then
love.
Drew followed in your steps.
I did.
Well, I think all the grandkids seem to love to cook, don't they?
They do.
We know where we get our cooking skills from, though.
And I get them from my mother. So,
Well, this is almost ready. Drew, while we're doing that, while I'm getting this in here, I want you to go ahead and get that bowl, and we're gonna put in 1.5 cups of
Brown sugar.
our brown sugar, and then we're also gonna use the other half of a teaspoon of
Cinnamon.
cinnamon. So, and we wanna take that,
And stir it.
stir it, blend it really well, and then we're gonna take that and sprinkle that over this phenomenal topping here.
yummy.
Now, and then it's gonna, once we do that, we've got some hot water that I'm gonna go ahead and get from the microwave. Make sure that it is good and hot. And then from there, we're gonna pour it into the oven. So,
Okay.
yep, that's great. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just sprinkle this. I have washed
Hands
my
are
hands.
washed. Hands are washed.
They are.
Very clean.
Mimi made sure we washed beforehand. So you just want to take this and sprinkle it over the casserole dish, over all that mixture and all the pecans. And again, this is going to melt as we are making it, cover all those pecans in a delicious kind of way. But this is a superb cobbler and something very unique. One of the things we'll do while it's baking is we're going to show you how to make a topping using our pecan butter. It's going to be a whipped topping.
It's really, really
made
good.
with our honey cinnamon pecan butter, and we'll do that while we are waiting on this, because this is going to go in the oven 350 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. And cobbler's not going to be firm, so you don't want it to be like hard. You want it to just expect that it'll firm up a little bit while you're waiting on it.
And if you don't have these Goodson pecans in your kitchen, how could we get them?
Well, great question, Mimi. You can go to our website.
We're off our website.
Should be in a link
Pecans.
below if you're watching this on social media. But yeah, goodsonpecans.com. That's good son, Goodson, goodsonpecans.com, and order them there. And so we've got, again, you can order halves, you can order pieces. Again, we're using pieces in this today because I like the pieces already broken up. I'm gonna do that anyway as I'm eating the cobbler, and it just helps it spread out. So once you do this, you're gonna get your hot water, and you are gonna carefully pour the hot water over this mixture. And again, none of this you're stirring in. You're letting this just kind of do its work, and it's gonna create magic while it's in the oven. Again, 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. That's gonna be it. And we're gonna get some things together and come back and show you how to make our whipped topping that's gonna go on top of this fabulous pecan cobbler. We've been letting our cobbler cook in the oven. It is made and ready. I wanna just give you a little snapshot of it coming out. Looks fantastic, super good. And while it cools, we wanna go ahead and make
Our whipped topping.
yes.
Pecan butter whipped topping, I guess is what we're calling
Yeah, again, this is a recipe that Chef Holly came up with, and the pecan cobbler's brand new, but it has been very popular. A lot of people like it. We were talking earlier about Mimi having some people over, Mimi and Granddad, and it really, really did a great job wowing them with the pecan cobbler. One of the unique things that we have is a topping to go on top of it using this is gonna actually use our honey cinnamon pecan butter. You can use any of the pecan butters to just add it, and what we do is we take 2 tablespoons Of what, Drew?
honey cinnamon pecan butter.
Yep, 2 tablespoons honey cinnamon pecan butter.
And then we've got a half a cup of heavy cream.
That's right, half a cup heavy cream. Get it all in there.
You can go ahead and just pour that right in there.
Yep, and then
Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So
That's right.
not much, but a little can go a long way.
that's right. Any advice on
Just
whipping
the
it there,
flour.
Mimi?
Start whipping.
Just start whipping. We're gonna hopefully speed this thing up and get it whipped really well. So there you have the pecan butter whip topping. Drew, grab us a spoon. We're gonna let Mimi taste it, and then in just a moment we'll come back and show everything together with our. We're letting Mimi taste this because she's our taste expert.
Good.
Perfect.
All right,
Perfect.
good stuff. We'll be back in just a moment. We're gonna show you everything together with the cobbler on top of the whip topping, or the whip topping on top of the cobbler, and we'll have Mimi and actually Granddad is gonna be coming in and taste testing this for us. So we'll see you in a bit. Hey, welcome back. We have Drew and with you today. Again, Mimi has been helping us through this whole cobbler recipe and giving us a lot of wisdom and insight along the way, as she always does. Granddad is here too to help us taste test this cobbler. It is fantastic. It looks absolutely wonderful with how it turned out. Again, this is a Chef Holly recipe, original, using pecans, and so we're gonna just cut this, scoop it out, and again, it's gonna be a little bit gooey. You want it to be, but it looks delicious. Really, really delicious. I'm gonna get some of that topping also on here that we just made. Drew, I'm gonna let you put some of that topping on there. Yeah, and this is that, I mean, real whipped cream topping there.
Good stuff.
Good.
Yep. Cool. So, all right, we're gonna get some spoons. Let's go ahead and grab spoons right now for Mimi, Granddad. Y'all try that. Let us know what you think. Drew, you're gonna dive in and taste it as well.
Taste a little.
Really good, huh?
That is really good.
And that says a lot coming
Yeah.
from Drew because he's super picky. So you gotta know it's really good.
Delicious.
Good stuff. Well, we hope you will stay tuned in to some new recipes that we're going to be offering. Looking forward to rolling out some, not only just good sweets, but we're looking to offer, to show you some just even how everyday meals we can utilize pecans in those meals and just really give them great flavor. And if you're also looking to do diets like keto, paleo, we've got some recipes coming down the line that are going to emphasize people that are following those type diets as well. So thanks again. Drew, anything to say?
Buy Goodson Pecans.
GoodsonPecans.com.
They're the best.
And yeah, try to make this cobbler. It's awesome.
It's really good.
Yep. Best using Goodson Pecans.
Thank you for all your support.
Yep.
Support local.
Yep. And by Georgia Grown. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.